Okay, so it happened again, but this time I'm gonna fix it. I fixed it. So also disregard my shirt. My son came in crying, which is why I paused it, and then I deleted everything. So basically, what happened was, so first thing that came out was this card. Okay, so it was like you're proposing something, you're trying to present something, you're trying to follow a passion of yours, you're trying to, I'm trying to say. But then it progressed to be like you're being discouraged potentially, or like maybe you're trying to figure out exactly how to how to present this situation, because at the end of the day, like you're trying to, like mentally you're trying to figure out how to present it. Okay, so it's kind of giving like you're trying to persuade somebody or something to accept this proposal. It doesn't have to be romantic. I did not give an example that was romantic. I gave the idea of like, because you're trying to figure out how to make yourself sound good, you know what I'm trying to say, and it's like because you're trying to present something to somebody without any type of money. Okay, because we do have, and there's like no money cards, but it's like giving like, not saying you're broke, but it's like low key giving like you're trying to persuade somebody with a lack. Like, like if you're fully doing the inducement type of energy, you have everything going, and it's like very, really much selling somebody. You know what I'm trying to say? But like right now, it's kind of giving like I need to figure out exactly how to get them to agree with me, but through my like charm or through like my ego. But like not everyone has an ego about themselves that's like potentially, like not everyone has the same ego as you. So you're trying to figure out exactly how to get, or somebody in your energetic fields trying to figure out exactly how to get um accepted, right? And I was saying like Shark Bank or Shark Tale or Shark Bite or whatever that show's called, where like you're basically, you go up and you're like, hey, I have a business idea, yes or no. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's the energy of like this type of reading, right? But you could be trying to give someone like a light low, like you're trying to present this so that it could be like, hey, I also somehow will make your extra burdens easier. You know what I'm trying to say? Or it's gonna be more burdensome on this person. But like, okay, so let me tell you. So the example basically was like, say you and this person, you go up to the person and you're like, hey, I think we should try to start a YouTube channel, right? And let's say you don't have YouTube at all, and they don't have YouTube at all, but you have like TikTok or Facebook or something, and you have a big following, so that could really help promoting. You're going to say, but you don't have any money, so like, oh, but you're gonna have to buy the camera, you're gonna have to potentially buy the mics, you're gonna have to potentially, like, it's giving like there's something that you're lacking, but you're like, I have so many skits already made up. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm very funny. I got a social media presence. People know who I am. So if I did start a YouTube channel with somebody, it may get more clout than, just starting off with nothing type of energy. It has more chance of starting off and better. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like what you're selling is a little bit difficult for someone to receive, but then we had the judgment at the bottom of the deck prior to me shuffling and getting this out. When I had the judgment at the bottom of the deck, it was bringing out like good news, and it was talking about this type of energy, and it's like that. This is also giving miracle. Now my page of cups is mainly my miracle card type of energy, but it's also giving like, you, because of you imagining something, like the way creation works is like first it's in your head, first it's like, a thought type of energy. That's how creation works, right? So like first you imagine it, and then it becomes more physical type of aspect. So it's like giving like also in the Bible, which is another thing I was saying like during this time when I was bringing that up. In the Bible, it was saying, oh, when you draw near to me, I draw near to you, or when he draws near to you, whatever the verse is exactly. I don't know exactly what it is, but that verse, you can look at it in a universal way, because God is not just the relationship that you have with God. God is also in wealth. God is also in health. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I start eating healthier and maintaining my body, the health will draw near to me. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, I'm not going to just stay unhealthy, whether that's being more overweight or whether that's just like, not being able to run up the stairs without being out of breath type of energy. So it's like, if you're working yourself and your body, it will draw near to you. That's in like my example kind of energy. Or like if you're trying to build this YouTube community, for some reason God's gonna step in and make it progress. And that's also when I got this too, because I was like, okay, because this popped out with me trying to confirm and stuff like that. And then it was like the judgment with the bottom of the deck. Judgment's like, divine intervention kind of thing, where the angels and the people are worshiping the angels and stuff on the boat, butt ass naked. It's kind of giving like when Jesus was on the woo, when Jesus was on the storm, in the storm, you know what I'm trying to say? And they were all like, like that's kind of the image I'm thinking of with that little picture right now. But anyway, so it's like Loki can be like, you could be trying to progress with somebody or something of the sort. The fact that I'm talking about the boat too, This could be maybe at a distance. Maybe there's someone like across the seas. Maybe you guys start to travel together. Maybe you're trying to do a travel vlog. But anyway, like it's low key given like there's a distance between you two as well, or maybe there's like really no maybe like there's opportunities that are bigger than what you expect that will be brought in. But whatever this is, which we're gonna get more information because I had to start all over, but it took me 7 minutes to get all this. So now that I'm at 5 or whatever, it's like I have more time to figure it out. But when I was also saying like maybe the it's difficult for them to say it, I think they're gonna accept it though. Okay, only because of that. But like low key, high key, we're gonna get more information from this dynamic. But I feel like yeah, you're just I said everything I need to say. I hope, but yeah, you're maybe potentially also like you're trying to. This is maybe potentially to encourage you type of energies for you to continue or to pursue this endeavor. I do want to get a little bit more on this inducement, right? Because what you're offering could also be. So this is saying alignment potentially. Okay, it's low key given like. Okay, so there could be a little bit of alignment. Let me get more on the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is in reverse. So I feel like this person may like actually accept your cup only because or accept your proposal for whatever this is. And that's only because we also have verifying, right? The Page of Pentacles for the Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, usually the Seven of Cups in reverse, it could be a little bit of confusion, but both of them are like giving illusions in a way. But more or less, like for this one, it's kind of seeing that they are like the person that you're going towards may not even have as many options or as many like things going for themselves as you would perceive them to be as. So like the illusion is the fact that they're not like that they're maybe just sitting around waiting for something to pop off type of energy. So it's like you were thinking maybe this person's, you know, not obtainable in some type of way, like because like if this person's the Queen of Cups and you're the Knight of Cups, it's kind of giving like yes, there's a type of like a separation there, right? But it's like you could be perceiving that this separation is way bigger than really necessary. And it's more or less like they're also somebody who you could that like would be entertained by this or like this endeavor or being like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm saying it right type of energy. But like it's looking like it's gonna be successful. It's looking like someone's gonna wanna actually do this, okay? Maybe maybe they also are kind of like what's the word I'm looking for, optimistic when it comes to this as well, because of like they're charmed by the fantasy of it or like by the like by the potential of the like the like where it could go, the like the potential. That's why I said the potential of the potential. So basically they could be actually very interested in the potential of this as well, and they may put their pinnacle in or like offer, because I feel like you don't have any money. That's why I look at feel like for this startup you potentially have no money, but this person does, and they might actually so let's get some advice on how to present this to this person, and let's encourage whoever is asking prayer. So you may have to pray, okay? It could also be some type of like donation. So maybe like if you donate, like maybe like I don't know, your time or like words of good words or something of the sort, type of energy. Like maybe you write, maybe you show up with some type of like script if it's something to do with writing energy. I think that's it. I feel like you just really have to pray. Yeah, pray and know that it's gonna come to you. Maybe like just pray and get comfortable in the aspect that pray, visualize, and just like so basically the thing that you really have to do is more or less spiritual. Is not like really coming with like, you know, like maybe you have a prototype or something of the sort, but just like when you present this to somebody, you pray about it. Like basically you're like, God, you know, if it's your divine will, God, please put your hand on me in this situation. Let my whatever be perceived or whatever, blah 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 blah, you know, yada yada yada. Actually, I'm gonna do this. So like to close it out, we're gonna get a crystal. This was such a freaking annoying read, but whatever this is to encourage whoever it resonates, okay? Because you actually are gonna be well received. Yeah. So we have the Sun card, okay? So I am not pretty, I'm not beautiful, I'm radiant as the sun. So this is kind of low key, maybe the mindset you have to come in with type of energy. Just be like, I'm that bitch. I'm the whole sun. You need me to do this. Like, I'm not gonna, you can't do this without me type of shit. You feel me? Like, maybe that's the vibe, but pray, okay? and just come in with your head held high.